what's her name? I don't even know this bitch name. Lo, girl, you so far up Natalie ass, I forget your name.
Love you. Why fuck you? Why did I love you? Why did I trust you? We break up just to make them feel it in their back, Michael. No, I'm just playing. But Marlon made that back with another video. You feel me? It's been a minute since I dropped the video. I know I still owe Jocelyn's Cabaret Love Cabin, and that will be dropping very soon in a couple days. So y'all stay tuned for that. But if you are new to my page, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notification bells to be updated with all new forms of content, and follow me on other social media platforms to be updated with all forms of new updates. You feel me? But without further ado, I'm gonna jump straight into this episode. New season, Baddies USA, Chapter 1, Episode 1. Oh my gosh, so much to talk about, so much to get into. This episode was fucking fire from beginning to end. I love it. From the intro, from the confessionals to the scenes, everything about it was reality TV gold. This was legendary, one for the books. Now, it starts off with a recap from last season, Africa. We already know what happens if you stay tuned. They give us a glimpse of what eventually happens between Summer and Lex and their fight that eventually happens later in the season, and it was somewhere in Atlanta. And I'm not gonna lie, Lex beat the fuck out of Summer. And this one was really, for me, hard to watch. Like, I know as a viewer, like, you know, I like fights, I like this, but it felt brutal. It felt like we shouldn't have been watching that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it was like, no, like, they shouldn't allow her to get up on her like that. And I know production is probably tired. Oh, that Arizona good. I know production is probably tired of Summer. That's why they let her get done up by Lex like that. But Lex, it's kind of looking like you ate that cat for real, because why did you beat her up to a bloody pulp? Like, she had her bloody. Like, you mad. But it's like, no, Summer, like, that's not okay. You did a lot of foul shit too, Summer, to deserve that, no shade. But Lex, I ain't gonna lie, you did not have to beat her up like that. Like, you don't even beat your ops up like that. You like, you feel me? Like, Tavy, yeah, but you were just reopening wounds. Like, Summer, you really, like, damaged her, bro. Like, that's, whew. But I ain't gonna lie, it started out good from the cutscenes. I like that. The intro was fire. You feel me? I'm gonna do what I want. Hey, you feel me? I listened to that all the way through. That shit was a bop. I ain't gonna lie. So Natalie, she pulled up in a custom pink and black Benzie. I said, okay, she's stunting on some CEO shit. Gotta respect it. You feel me? Natalie does her intro. She looks pretty good. She does the presidential look fire. You feel me? So Natalie had all the BGC OGs come back. So we got Janelle, Seven, Camila, Bree, Persuasion, Judy, Sarah, Low London, Kat, and Jayla. Not gonna lie, I was living for Jayla. Jayla was looking good. I missed her. I was like, damn, you know, I'm missing some Jayla. You feel me? Bree was looking good as well. Persuasion, her look killed. She just, her stunning. I'm not even gonna hold you. Kat look good too, Low London. They all look good. But feel me, to me, Jayla, Persuasion, they really was doing it, you know? And I miss Jayla for real. I feel like she should have been on Baddies Africa. Like, ugh, that's some bullshit. But anyways, so Natalie, she's the first one to get in, but she's taking off her shoes as the OGs are walking in. So Natalie kind of pressing on them, telling them, oh, like, sit down. I got snuck before. I got snuck by the other girl, so I'm on guard. I'm not gonna let y'all get too close. So she just like, have a seat, don't get riled up. So Persuasion ends up checking Natalie for trying to speak to them rude as fuck, which it was. She was on guard because she's been snuck by Diamond. She's been snuck by other girls. So, you know, she don't want to get snuck again, I guess. But, you know, Persuasion had to check her like, hey, we're not them other girls. We're not going to do you like that. So Bree stand up on Natalie. Ooh, like she stand up on her. So Natalie's favorite line is, I'm not fighting you. No, I'm not fighting you. So she doesn't end up fighting Bree, which I'm like, it doesn't make sense for y'all to fight, but you do owe her intellectual property, or at least owe her some money, because she did create Baddy Shot O'Clock, and you created a game from it. You created a viral sound from it, and you own the IP of it. So it's like, and the copyrights and trademark of it. So it's like, at least give her something, because Bree did create that. You feel me? So we get Tanisha pulled up. I ain't gonna lie, to Godmother, she looked really good in her shit. She looked really good pulling up. All the ladies was excited to see her, and I'm excited to see Tanisha, because I'm like, she really could give that OG role and just the advice to the girls to really, you know, do better, and the girls who's been on past seasons and all that. And like Natalie said in her confessionals, it's like an all-star, so it's all the girls. You feel what I'm saying? So Natalie literally tried to lie and say Bree didn't create Baddy Shot O'Clock, and that she wasn't there on the scene with them in the street when they did Mardi Gras, but that's cap because you could go on Baddies South and people already got the clips if they try to edit anything now, because I know they're gonna try to edit it in Zeus and Natalie favor. But yeah, I remember that episode and scene when she was on the street and Bree was like, they was like shot o'clock, and Bree was like baddie, shot o'clock, baddie, feel me, and got that shit lit. So you know she's rightfully owed her shit, but Natalie really tried to sit there and lie, act like she didn't. So Judy and Persuasion are backing Bree because they like, yo, you tripping, you know what I'm saying? So I was confused why Natalie left set with Tanisha, because Tanisha didn't even come there to fight. She wasn't even on that. But I just think she was jealous that Tanisha was getting... No. Natalie didn't want to film with Tanisha. That was what it was, because she ended up telling Camila, like, oh, I didn't agree to film with her that much or film with her in this scene or something like that. But I'm just like, man, it's Tanisha, bro. She not finna fight you. Like, I don't know. She was just weird. But Natalie was pressed with her being there. She's just like, nope, I'm not doing this. She really end up, like, going and leaving. I'm like, what? So Jayla trying to piece it up. She trying to be the peacemaker. Hell no. Judy not capping because, again, we all saw it on Baddies South. Like, Bree was there when she created Baddie Shot Clock. Like, you can't rewrite that. So Natalie literally left the scene. She left the route, like, she's not filming. So she was just like, yeah, she don't need that with Bree. So then Bree and London Low London get into it because Low London's cool with Natalie getting money and Bree feel away. So Low London's just checking the scene like, oh, this bitch want a problem. So London said, oh no, I'm not fighting no peasant. I'm not fighting no peasant. Bree said, who's a peasant, bitch? What? I'll buy your life. Good night. Yo, that's it. That exchange between them was funny. Lo says, I'm not an escort in Vegas, baby girl. I'm not an escort in Vegas. I don't have a pen. I'm like, yo, they're reading each other bad. Bree says, you're wearing Walmart. Yo. Yo, I'm in love with this already, bro. Their reads were too fucking funny, bro. Lo and Bree just was exchanging back and forth, and it was just funny as hell. And then Persuasion was like, Natalie, girl, like, what's your name? I don't even know your name, Lo. I don't even know your name because you're so far up Natalie's ass. I'm like, yo. And Persuasion looked good. She looked good. She looked like an action star. Like, her confessional looked really good. But, yeah, she just didn't understand why Lo was basically taking a fade. So basically, Low London peeped the scene that Bree wanted to fight, so she runs up on her, but she runs up on her with a heel. I'm like, yo, and then I noticed, I'm like, damn, Low London, you always fighting a white girl on TV. That's how you fought Jada on BGC 12, but you know, that's a whole other story. So Bree wants to fight Low. They ended up getting, I'm not gonna lie, Bree sat the fuck out of Low down. Like, nigga, she told Low have a seat, nigga, and I'm like, god damn, Low, like, you always in the fucking couch. Someone is always putting you in the fucking couch having a seat. Like, I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, this shit's not right. This is not fucking right. Like, why does this keep happening to you? Like, it's just so messed up. Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, Bree got that. She tore her up. And I'm like, you did not learn nothing from Baddies West, Slow. Oh my gosh. So meanwhile, that's happening. Kat ended up taking Bree wig. Why? I don't know. Now, Bree, she start crying. She getting jumped. Bree, you did not get jumped. I would say tag team. You feel me? Once security got you up off of Low, then Cat snatched your wig. And Low, yeah, you lost, boo. And mind you, they didn't come there for that. They weren't coming there to fight, but it's like London. You always like unprepared, my nigga. Like, it's Baddies, bro. Like, come on, gang. I know you didn't think they was gonna have y'all just sit and eat, bro. I know that's what they probably told you, but come on now. When have they ever followed through on that shit? So then all of a sudden, Persuasion about to cry because Bree got like tag team, and Bree, you didn't get packed out. Like, you're overreacting. Like, you did not get jumped, but Cat should have ran your head up, because Cat, you don't need to be snatching hair and shit like that. It had nothing to do with you. I ain't gonna lie, Bree's skin tone was so bad. I'm like, what the hell? Like, her skin tone, she's still sexy though in my eyes. I don't give a fuck. You know, Bree's sexy as fuck. She clapping that shit. I'm like, oh shit, you feel me? But I don't know, the makeup was just everywhere. Once she took the wig off and you got to see the skin tone complexion, I was what the fuck? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It threw me. So the girls, Sarah is talking to Bree. She brings her back. She's like, come on, let's go finish this or whatever. So all the girls are sitting down. Jayla is trying to explain to the girls, hey, like, let's try to go over the cast before we do. And once they do that, it starts raining. That's a sign. So y'all might as well get the fuck, you feel me? Might as well get the fuck on. So they couldn't go over all the cast. So it was just, they had to cut to the next scene. So it cuts to the next day, and we get Biggie, Big Dominicana. She's back on this bitch, you feel me? We get Mariah Lynn, and we get Tinkerbella. What she say? She said, pop your shit, or don't pop it at all. For all my fans. I'm like, yo, I miss Tinka, I miss Biggie, and I miss Mariah. I feel like, you know, like, them having that season, or, yeah, that season to just not be there and let the fans, like, miss them. I feel like, you know, because, no, Mariah's been 2 seasons. Biggie has only been 1. And Tinka has only been 1. But Like, you know, them being away for a while, like, I miss them. I'm glad they're back. Yo, Tinkerbella, she funny as fuck. And for the people who say she not, cat, bro, Tinker funny as hell. So, for the first scene, we get, well, at least with the official Baddies cast, we get, Biggie and Tinkerbella, they end up talking about what happened at the reunion, and you know Biggie not helping Anna and hiding behind Tinker because Tinker felt like she could have done more to try to help. What the hell? She could have done more to try to help Anna in that situation rather than hide behind her when she was pregnant. So we ended up getting Anna and Tasiki doing their interests. They look really good as fuck, and I'm like, damn, like they looking pressure this season. They came, you know what I'm saying? They came with it. I was like, okay, you feel me? So, you know, they meet with Tinka and Biggie to talk about what happened or whatever. Anna and Biggie end up talking out their issues, so they're cool now, which is, you know, it was straight as expected. So Biggie starts explaining her beef with Smiley. Smiley prank calling her, lying to her, pretending to be Natalie for a spot on Africa. That shit. I was like, yeah, that's coming, you know. Tasiki ends up addressing the situation with Krishan. She says they're cool. They had a conversation. You know, she's expected them to go in the season, you know, together. But I knew it was some bullshit, bro, because it's just like she lied on your name and she already was out here trying to defame your character. And to me, I don't know what's true or what's not. You feel me? It's what they got going on. That's not my business. But at the end of the day, I made it public and made it a storyline for entertainment. So it's like people got to talk about it. And it's like, y'all kind of weird with that situation, but we ain't going to talk about it. So Tika ends up saying, well, Tommy felt like me and Rolly ran into the bullets. It's only right that Tommy runs straight into my fist. I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, Tommy is fucking stupid. Not Tommy. Oh my gosh, I read that wrong. Fucking Tinka is fucking stupid, yo. That is funny. Tommy runs straight into my fist. That is funny. So Natalie ends up sending someone to give them a note and invite them to a ballroom dinner, which really is a ballroom. Let's be real, but a ballroom dinner so they can, you know, eat or whatever. So then it cuts to the big three, you feel me? But first, Summer and Lex, you get what I'm saying? They go into their intro, and I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like I can't think, like they were so cool going into it, and then to think later on in the season they're gonna fall out. It's just like, damn, bro, you know? And not the titty touch. I said Lex, not the titty touch. Yeah, you used to that, huh? Peep that. But Dolly and Suki ended up popping up, you know, doing their intros. And, you know, Suki said her pussy fire. You know, she got to mention that. Suki also gives them advice on if they're the big three that they should stick together and stay friends, you know, because, you know, baddies could test a relationship. And damn, she must got some foresight or something because that's crazy. So Dolly brings up Krishan and Tasiki being casted to Summer, and Summer explains why she said what she said about Tasiki, about her in the whole her and Krishan thing. But I said the whole room, when there was a video of Summer in that room or in the bathroom with that little girl, and she was using the bathroom and cussing, I guess, and Siki made that face, and then Summer said what she said about Tasiki, because it's like, how you gonna say that, me talking my mouth around kids, when you did what you did allegedly to your sister when she was a child? So that's what Summer wasn't wrong, but it just wasn't her business. You feel what I'm saying? And Suki kind of was trying to insinuate to Summer like, hey, I don't think you should be trying to poke that bear or mind the business that pays you, because that don't got nothing to do with you, and you just sitting here just involving and asserting yourself with your opinion, and you should just mind your fucking business. And which is true, I would say, but then again, y'all gotta think they made it open for everybody to make it talk about. They brought it to the internet, they brought it to the network, they brought it to for the storyline. So you gotta think people are open to talk about it. It's like if something spills out in a main massive way, you can't expect people not to give their opinion or 2 cents on it. Do it make it right? No, but that's just their opinion. So yeah, so basically Suki was trying to tell Summer like, hey, you might as well stop it, because you know you can't beat her and you know you're not fucking with her, so you might as well leave it alone. But Summer looked good though. So Summer looked real good. You could tell the coin is up this season. She looked real good. So then Lex turns her attention to Dolly and asks her about Tasiki, and Dolly basically says that they have no problem, and that, you know, what was at the reunion was at the reunion. And Summer says, yeah, because you beat her ass. And Suki said, nah, Dolly, you ain't beat her up. I'm like, which is true. I don't think Dolly beat Tasiki up, nah. Hung in there, yes, I say like Dolly hung in that shit. She definitely held her own, but I don't think she overall won the fight. I think Tasiki took it, but Dolly, she showed heart. Like she showed like she could get out there with the best of them. But yeah, honestly, in that scene, I'm gonna be real, it looked like Lex and Dolly didn't want no problems with Siki. And usually they have Summer's back, but you can kind of tell they were not trying to jump the fence with that. They kind of just were like, yeah, Summer, like, what are you gonna do? You know, when this bitch press you, that's what it seemed like. It didn't seem like, oh, we riding for each other, we the big three. It seemed like, nigga, you started that problem with Anna and Tasiki, and you gonna have to end it because we don't got no problems with them. That's what it seemed like to me. But that could have been the trick. That Summer could have noticed, like, hey, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like I said, you could tell they don't want no problem with Tasiki, not gonna lie. So it cuts to Scotty and Rolly. They meet at this winery to talk real quick. And we get Sapphire, Krishan, DJ Sky, and Tommy intro and have them sit down in this scene, which was, you know, cool or whatever. So, it was, I said something is weird. So Scotty ends up announcing that she's pregnant, which we already knew, you know what I mean? And she didn't even drink her wine. Like, if you see the camera cut, it didn't even cut to her thing. And I would say congratulations, I guess. And she's also due April 15th. And the reason why I say that is because there's so much alleged stuff about her and Lemmy. And then when I watched Baddies Africa back, I think it was episode 8 or 10, I can't remember, but there's a scene of Scotty, if you slow it down, like, as a, you know, they get ready for the club and cutscene, she had bruises and stuff on her. So, and you know, the stylist did come out and say that Lemmy was doing something to her. So, you know, I'm here for it. But, you know, there's another rabbit. That's a whole other rabbit hole that's just like, yeah. But Scotty basically did a private scene with all the mothers. Like, she wanted all them to... She wanted all them to be there while she was announcing her pregnancy. So, congratulations, Scotty. And, hey, you know, that's what's up. So, they all give Scotty her props and they all start crying. It's an emotional moment. You know what I'm saying? So, fast forward, Scotty is like, you know, I'm going over names or whatever. And the girl's like, oh, what names do you have? And I think she said, like, Camden or Karen, some shit like that. And Tommy was like, man, fuck out of here. Like, her and Sapphire were on her, like, about her name. I'm like, yo, how you gonna get mad at her? Picking her own kid's name. Like, what the fuck? Alright, so boom. Now we get to the ballroom scene. And the first three that pull up, TV, Fauna, Kokilla, they pull up on the scene. You feel what I'm saying? Kokilla, funny as fuck. She just like, yeah, Kokilla hoe. She was like, something, you miss me? She was like, did y'all miss me or not? And she pulled out a fan. I don't know if that was like a Diamond reference to last season, but that's actually funny. Alright, so boom. Smiley also pops up on the scene. She makes her intro. Nunu and Gretchen, I ain't gonna lie, Gretchen came in eating, you know what I'm saying? And Mr. Nigga, she came in, no, she walked in, she said, I gotta square, I don't know where they at. She at the door squaring up. I was dying. I'm like, yo, Gretchen is funny as fuck. So, they're all in there. So far that's in the ballroom is TV, Fauna, Kokilla, Nunu, and Gretchen and Smiley. So they're all in there chilling or whatever. So Smiley's in there for the beginning, but then she ends up going behind cameras and shit like that because she faded off into the background eventually, but we'll get to that. So all I see all of a sudden, Fauna and Kokilla, well, Kokilla, she still got her wig on, but Fauna, she ends up putting the cap over her install. So she put a cap on her head, then she put the wig over her head, then she put her cap on her head. Like, she was ready to go. You feel me? You gotta be ready to go. So the cap under the wigs is crazy, but okay, I see you. You feel what I'm saying? So I knew it was about to go down, because now who entering? We got Mariah and Tinka walking in. And I already knew Tinka and Killer. Yeah, Tinka walked in. She needed that. All they're saying to each other, oh yeah, all that, yeah, ooh. Round one, I'm not gonna lie, they both did that. They both did their shit. Like, I can't say either or who won. I would say it was more so a draw. Yeah, a draw or a little bit Kokilla. But more so draw I'm leaning towards. Kokilla said, man, big ass, stink ass, booty ass bitch. Walking like, come on. Then this bitch walk in with gloves like, bitch, go on. Y'all heard ballroom, bitch. I heard ballroom. What the fuck is you talking about? The bitch Kokilla said, you sorty. Like, she got, I ain't gonna lie, she had Tinka press. Like, I don't know. They kept going. So they go for a round two. They got that in, but no one took it, the dub for real. It's just like they're fighting, but then the moment that they're actually about to do something, security comes to break it up. Like, it was a mediocre fight, but they got in there the best they could. So now they're circling each other. Tinka wants another round. Nigga, Kokilla said, you really ugly. you really ugly as fuck. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh, nigga. Tinker responded and said, ooh, you hurting my feelings. You hurt my feelings. I said, yo, this is, I'm like, them fighting is too fucking funny. Because they have so much dialogue in between, like, of what's going on. So they run another round. Tinker ran up on her. No shade. Killer got that. Like, Killer was making Tinker in her face. And security, this is what I'm saying. Let them, they don't got to beat each other up or brawl. And this is what I mean. The whole scene with Summer, they barely broke that shit up. They saw that bitch bloody and then broke it up. Nigga, Killer and Tinker, they barely fought for 2 seconds and y'all pulling them apart. Like, what the fuck is that even about, my nigga? Who else? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Killer, you got that. You got that round. No shade. So then DJ Sky and Krishan pull up to the dinner. Mind you, they're walking in on Tinker and Killer fight. And she says, 30 million views off the muscle, bitch. You feel me? On my mom. Like, that's how she giving it up. Like, that's what she's on. So, I ain't gonna lie. That they go for a 4th round. And Tinker was finna whoop Killer. But they hardly let them fight. Like, I'm telling you, secure. I don't know. Like, it's favoritism. I don't know. Like, they were not trying to let them go for it. So then we get the big 3. You know, Summer, she comping out the car. Oh, my mama. Pussy venture. Oh, my mama. Like, she's lit. Like, she's dumb lit. She's coming out the car lit as fuck. So Dolly and Lex follow up. They walk. So they're walking in. Mind you, all this shit still going down. Tinker Killer's still at it. Oh, my gosh. Lex said, oh, my, and cut off. Literally, Mariah came from the side and got her leg back. Nope. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not mad at Mariah for it because it's like, you gotta think. Summer snuck her. So Mariah was just sneaking her back. It wasn't nothing personal, but she just had to get up on her. You feel me? She needed that. She wanted that. She had to have that. So I ain't gonna lie, Mariah, you get your baddie's chain up to the front, please, because that was how you sneak somebody and you tore Summer. I'm not gonna lie, Summer didn't know what the fuck hit her, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Mariah was pissed. Macking. She was like, that's for Siki. I ain't even in her yet. So then, so Krishan like, why'd you run up on her? Woo woo. So Mariah's like, oh, I did that for your sister. Woo woo. She called her this and all that. She said she did this to you and I don't fuck with that. I'm like, oh my gosh. So then after she said that, you all of a sudden see Anna, Siki, and Biggie walking. I said, oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my no. Like, I was like, oh, this shit gonna be the real shit. So then as that's going on, Anna didn't even get a chance to walk in. Gretchen is walking up behind them like, yo, what's good? What's up, bitch? We doing that? I'm like, yo, Gretchen is pressing up on this bitch full court pressing. So Mariah trying to stop it like, nah, we ain't doing that. Come on. This bitch Gretchen said, I seen Anna with the no Mac walking this bitch. Man. Gretchen, you got it, bro. Gretchen got it, bro. That shit was too motherfucking funny, bro. Hold on. Make sure my leg's straight. I'm trying to move my leg out of motherfucking. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Gretchen, you got it. That was funny as fuck. So she's on that. Like, she need that with Anna real bad. I'm like, damn, what the fuck Anna do? Like, I don't even know what the fuck Anna did, but Anna did some bullshit. You feel me? So, boom, Rolly came in on timing. Not, like, fighting, but, like, you could tell, like, her hair wrapped up. You know, she don't know what she walking into, so she just prepared. So, ooh. They ran down. I'm not gonna lie. Gretchen and Anna ran down. I'm not gonna lie. Anna got her. I ain't gonna hold you. Because Gretchen trying to, like, scratch and shit and weird. And, Krishan, I'm gonna need you to stop playing security. Listen, they're paying you to either fight, give confessionals, be cute, or something else. I don't need you to be in the middle breaking up fights. That's security's job. That's not your job description, my nigga. Stop trying to play peacemaker, my nigga. That's what Ivory was doing that shit all season. We was not trying to hear that shit, okay? Okay, I'm not here for that. You need some other shit. Okay, thank you. You feel me? Another job occupation. Because what the fuck is this? So, ooh, and one thing Gretchen shocked me at, because I'm like, wait, you breaking the fourth wall saying this shit. I mean, it's old news. Everybody know, but to say, no one said it on set. You feel what I'm saying? But Gretchen said, like, oh, she's fucking and sucking Lemmy. That's why you got a spot here, bitch. I said, ooh. Gretchen gagged me. I said, oh, shit. Like, bitch, shit. Anna, she clocked your teeth, bitch. Weird. And Anna, like, oh, I got a man. I think she dating Kyle Richie. But, girl, that don't stop you from fuck. Because Lemmy was fucking on multiple of them. And Anna was one of them. So, I don't know if he ever cut that off. I don't know. Because it died down. Like, when Scotty and them started being serious, it kind of died down of their situation. And Anna and Scotty became cool. But you never know. Because there's rumors Lex did, too. So, hey, it's not too far-fetched. You feel me? Gretchen, she knew damn well. She knew damn well to apologize to Sasiki. She damn near is, because Gretchen tried to hit Anna, but in the midst, she kind of snatched Tasiki wig, so Tasiki almost caught her, and I'm not gonna lie, Gretchen, she made sure you feel me? Nigga, Gretchen made sure she said, my bad. It wasn't for you, gang. It was not for you. She did not want that through Tasiki. She know what that bitch could do. She said, I'll fight that bitch on her all day. Tasiki, no. You feel me? I'm not doing that shit. So, they run another round. It was just grab. I think no. Not Gretchen and Anna, but Tinka and Killer, they ended up running another round. It was just grabbing, like, nothing really. I'm just like, what the fuck? Wait, no. It was Gretchen and Anna, my fault. Because I thought it was Tinka. No. So, as that's going on, they break them up or whatever. So, Tinka and Cold-Killer are still going back and forth. Tinka threw a fucking bracelet at Cold-Killer, like, directly on Cold-Killer's fucking face, and it landed hard as fuck on her. Like, you gotta run me that. It, like, slapped the fuck out of Cold-Killer's face. Like, I was just like, yo. And Anna, what the fuck are you doing? This motherfucker, she motherfucking playing tigers, lions, and bears, bitch. She fucking ran, zoomed past fucking security and stepped on Gretchen fucking back. When I tell you, I was laughing my fucking ass off. No, she ran up and stomped on her, gang. Like, my nigga. She ran, bro. I ain't never seen no shit. Anna ran up on Gretchen and footstooled her. Like, I never seen that shit before. Anna looked like a little kid running from security. That shit too. She looked like a badass kid. But that shit was too funny. So, as that's going on, they breaking up Anna and Gretchen. Oh my gosh, Killer ran up on Tinker from behind, hit her with the flower pot, boom. And then you see Biggie ran up on Smiley. I'm like, yo. And then it cuts off from there, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Episode 1 was fucking insane. It was, this shit. Bro, this shit is tea. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm very tuned in and excited for the rest of the season because I know it's gonna be interesting. If you stayed to the end, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on post notification bells because we're gonna be posting all month, all year long. Yes. All years long, what you talking about? And I'll be back with another video. Yeah. Talking about nothing but sex. I don't got nobody else. I'll tell ya. It's peaceful like this, always like this. If I do wrong, better give me the work.